Hello everyone, I'm Paul and this is problem 2996. Smallest missing integer greater than sequential prefix sum. This is an easy problem, so here I will show you my thought process and efficient solution. This is a reading problem, so I highly recommend you to read this and try to understand the requirement. Remember that reading is part of the problem. We are given an integer array nums, and we have to return the smallest integer that's missing from the array and is greater than or equal to the sum of the longest sequential prefix. And here we have the requirement for this prefix. A prefix is sequential if for all the indices starting from 1, the current value is equal to the previous value plus 1. And if we only have one element, this is considered a sequential prefix. So let's see what this means. Let's say that we're given this input. First, we need to get the sum of the longest sequential prefix. According to what we see here, a valid prefix starts from the beginning of the array. If we have only one element, this is valid. If we have two elements, let's say that we are standing at index 1, we need to consider the full prefix from here to the left. So we are looking at these two elements. 2 is equal to 1 plus 1. That's the rule that we have here, so this is another valid prefix. Another one could be this one, because 3 is equal to 2 plus 1 and 2 is equal to 1 plus 1. If we consider this, we need to consider all the elements from this point to the left, okay? Given that 3 plus 1 is different from 2, this is not a valid prefix. So that's it. These are the three possible prefixes. We need to get the sum of the longest valid prefix, which is given by this one. 3 plus 2 is 5 plus 1 is 6. So now we need to get the smallest integer that's missing from the array and is greater than or equal to 6. So maybe you are thinking about iterating all the elements and checking if you have a 6. In case you don't, next you can try 7, and next 8, and next 9, and so on. This is fine, but it requires big O of n per lookup. We have to go through all the elements for every test. So how can we make this more efficient? Well, we can transform this array into a set. By doing this, we avoid duplicate values and we can do lookups in big O of 1 time complexity, which is very efficient. So first we check if we have a 6 in this set. Given that we don't, that's it, we can return 6. Now let's say for a moment that we have a 6 here in the last position. Given that we do have a 6 here, next we have to try 7. Given that we don't have a 7, in this scenario we return 7, and so on. Time complexity for this approach is roughly big O of n. Why? Well, first we have to iterate the longest prefix, which in the worst case might include all the elements, so this is overall big O of n. Then we have to transform the array into a set, which requires big O of n. And then, once we have the target, we have to try targets until we find the number that we don't have in the original array. Down here we have the constraints, and we know that numbers can be smaller or equal to 50. So as maximum, we will run 50 iterations here, which means that this next part runs in roughly big O of 1. That's why we can say that overall time complexity is roughly big O of n. Space complexity is the same because we need space for this set. So with this in mind, let's go with the code. First, we can say that n is the length of the array that we are given, and the initial prefix is the first number. Remember that if we only have one number, this is a valid prefix. And now we can say for every index in range from 1 to n, if the current value is equal to the previous value plus 1, then we can add the current value to the prefix, okay? Else, we can break this loop. Why? Well, remember that in the description it says that a valid prefix starts from the beginning of the array, so this is very important. Now, down here we can transform the array into a set like this in Python, and we can say while true, we are testing candidates. If we don't have the prefix in the set, then that's it, we can return the corresponding prefix. If we do have the prefix in the set, that means that it's present in the original array, so we have to try the current prefix plus 1. We will repeat this 50 times as a maximum, so don't worry about this. And this is the entire code. So let's submit this and see if it works. As you can see, this works and it's very efficient. So if you found this useful, please drop a like, subscribe, and see you in the next one. Bye bye.